The sex ed curriculum could be changing at Omaha Public Schools, but change is not coming easy.
Our Aaron Murray is down at the OPS TAC building where the OPS Board of Education meeting is currently underway. And Aaron, can you tell us about some of the changes they'll be discussing?
John, I can. When the survey went out with all the proposed content, everything was voted for in the majority for support. Now, some things more than others, for example, condoms and puberty changes, they were met with about 90% majority support. Now, other things like abortion and emergency contraceptive, like Plan B, they were met with majority support, but only between 60 to 70%. And because of that, 60 to 70%, abortion and emergency contraceptive were taken off the proposed curriculum.
More than 1,500 people called in and more than 2,400 logged on to give their input on the changing Omaha Public School sex education curriculum. The overall response? Very positive.
And they basically told us that we were on the right track and they were supportive of the majority of our human growth and development content standards. And then in a few areas of our curriculum, we got lower marks in terms of their support and approval.
Those two areas were emergency contraception coming in with 65% majority support and abortion with 64% majority support. But though both categories received a majority, both were pulled from the revised curriculum. A fact one board member is not in agreement with.
In my opinion, I think they should have been kept on there. I think at the end of the day, it is our objective as a school district is to teach the facts on what things are in our community, and then it's up to the parents and that kid to make up the decision on what they think is right and good.
The assistant superintendent saying they needed to see more of an overwhelming majority to keep them.
We're going to make an adjustment. We listen to what our community says and our family says, and we're recommending tonight consideration of our human growth and development content standards without having abortion into that content and without having emergency contraception as a part of the discussion in that content.
The fate of the newly revised curriculum now resting firmly on the shoulders of the OPS Board of Education.
Now, every parent of an OPS child has an opt-in, opt-out option for all sex ed curriculum, which means for 4th and 5th grade and 6th grade, if parents don't want their kids to take it, they can just not opt them in. Now, for 7th, 8th, and 10th, all kids are put into it, but parents have the option to opt their child out of those. And to even be more accommodating, OPS has told all parents if they don't want their child in a certain lesson, for example, and just one lesson, they will take them out. So they're trying to be as accommodating as possible.
Well, Aaron, does the board have to keep those proposed changes?
Actually, they do not. It is up to the board what they put on the sex ed curriculum.
All right, thank you. Aaron Murray reporting live. We'll continue with that meeting tonight.